Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be talking about how to stop procrastinating as a 3D architectural visualizer. So obviously everybody is procrastinating nowadays. Um, Obviously it can be to many reasons. It can be like lack of productivity, or maybe a lot of using social media, gaming. Sometimes we don't even realize that we're procrastinating. It's not because we're lazy, it's just because we don't have a method on staying consistent with our work. So I am going to be showing you some few things to do where you can implement today, so you can implement it yourself and apply it to yourself. So this video is going to be very valuable, and I'm going to be showing you what you should do and not do. Okay. So number one, set clear and achievable goals. So the reason why you have to do this is because vague goals like finish the render can feel too big, making it easy to delay. Instead, break them down into specific, manageable steps. Model the living room furniture by afternoon. So what it means is that, okay, I want to finish the render within a week, okay? But you're not actually sure how much you have to render, you know? If you can set a daily habit of, let's say, for example, maybe maximum of 3 hours a day of doing some render, then by that time you will complete within a week of finishing the render. But this is just my example. So during the you don't have to stick to 3 hours, but I'm just showing you an example. In that 3 hours, it is better than doing nothing. So as I've explained in my previous video, you can look at my video called How to Invest in Yourself. I mentioned a book on atomic habits. So if you can get that book, it is very helpful to help you increase your habits by 1% daily. And 1% daily is better than not doing anything at all. So get 1% better every day to help you with your productivity. And obviously, what you could do today as an action tip is write a daily to-do list with small, clear tasks. So we are human beings, we cannot comprehend everything in our brain, so we are used to getting small tasks. So small steps are better than massive jump. So yes, make a to-do list every day, small task. Small task is better than small task consistently is better than a big task one-off. That's for number one. Number two, use time blocking techniques. Why it works? So when you schedule the works in dedicated time slots, you're more likely to stay committed and avoid distraction. So action tip is you could do the Pomodoro technique. So you can do it, maybe work for 15 minutes, no distraction, use on your screen, and then maybe take a 10-minute break, whatever you want to do, maybe a little bit of social media, drink some tea, read a book, or whatever you want to do to maintain focus. Our brains are used to, okay, when we were small, we didn't know what to do. So our parents makes our time for us, our teachers make the time for us, and there's a reason why there are timetables at school or college or university. This is to show how much each lesson we have to do on each subject. If you understand of having a schedule of works, you can apply that in your life. You can apply that in during your renderings. So by using the Pomodoro technique, is by maybe have like 60 minutes or 50 minutes. I'll just give you an example, and then have a break in between, and then you do 15 minutes, break in between, 15 minutes, break in between. If you can do that consistently every day, obviously you have to take breaks, obviously, you will get tasks done, I promise you. So you have so many people who have problem with distraction, and they're wondering why they can't finish the task. It is because they don't have a technique on how to stay consistent on their work, and they don't have a method or secret method that they can do the work repetitively. So I hope that this makes sense so far in number 2. Number 3, start with the task you enjoy the most. Why this works, getting started is the hardest part. If you begin with something fun, like setting up lighting, instead of modeling, you'll build momentum and reduce mental barrier. So, action tip, identify your favorite part workflow and use it as a warm-up to ease into the session. Let me give you an example. Let's say I want to do, okay, let's say I like to make color of lightings. That's my enjoying part. So what I would do is, obviously I go to SketchUp, and then I will go to Lumion, import into Lumion, and then I would, import into Lumion, and then what I would do is I would change the color of the lightings and how it fits to the interior and exterior of the building, depending on what projects I'm doing, just to experiment. And if you are starting 3D architectural visualization for the first time, there is no way you will get it right. Okay? There is no way you will get it right for the first time. You have to experiment, you have to play with the features, play with the options, play with SketchUp, play with Lumion until you get it right. Enjoy the process. This is what becomes a workflow. If you found the method that you can stick to it to deliver projects for your clients, then there's more chances that you will get more earnings, more reviews, and more clients come to you. So when it comes to like starting the task you enjoy the most, for beginners that want to start, I want you to start SketchUp, just modeling, because in order to use Lumion or Twinmotion or Enscape, whatever, you have to have 3D models in first. You have to put 3D models first in place. So I want you to start SketchUp or Revit or something, but I think SketchUp is much easier. Do SketchUp, do any random shapes, any random furniture you can download from SketchUp 3D Warehouse or whatever. Just enjoy the process. After that, you will get better in time. And please, I'm telling you, do not compare with other 3D visualization freelancers, because they've been in this game for years. So I'm just giving you values on how it works. Okay, so yes, do the task that you enjoy the most. Obviously, for beginners who haven't got any experience, start with 3D modeling. Anything that will make your life easier. Okay. Number 4, limit distraction and create a focused workspace. Why? This works, social media, email notification, can pull you away from deep work. Reducing distraction help you get into productive flow state. So action tip, excuse me. So use apps like Cold Turkey. I don't know why it's a weird name, but as part of personal branding, Cold Turkey. I think it's making me hungry. When okay, then forest to block distraction. Keep your workspace organized, both physically and in your software. Like I mentioned before, get the book Atomic Habit, and he will explain about keeping your workspace organized. It's good for your mental health being. Now, we are living in a time of where social media are abundantly available, and that is why so many people cannot sit for at least 5 minutes of video a day, because most of them have TikTok brains. What I mean by TikTok brains is because they can maybe watch every video scrolling up and down for like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, maximum 1 minute. That's it. Then they go on to the next video. Then next to the video, onto the next video, onto the next video, and next video. And this creates a big dopamine in our brain that we can't even sit down for 5 or 10 minutes to learn something very valuable. So most of us have TikTok brain. So that is why it is very important to limit distraction, to create a focused workspace. If you do that, you'll get more things done in small amount of time, I promise you. So do the things what I tell you in number 4. That is why, and again, that is why so many people struggle with this, even students, even professionals as well. Because most of them, well, me included, everybody had TikTok brains. So that is why it is important to master your mindset, train your mind to limit social media. Okay, now number 5, using render time efficiently. Why this works? Waiting for renders can lead to mindless scrolling or wasted time. Instead, use it for productive side tasks. Action tip, during render times, so you can plan your next step, learn a new 3D technique, or organize assets for future projects. It depends on how much detailing you need to do. It really depends on how high your PC specs are. The higher PC specs you have, the faster rendering time will be. Let me repeat again. The higher PC or laptop specs you have, the higher rendering times will be. The less time will be. So let's say you have an okay or average PC spec. And let's say it takes an hour to render the work. What you could do, you can maybe have a break, get some cup and tea and some biscuit, come back to another bit of work. Maybe you can go on YouTube or get some course on how to learn a 3D technique or organize some assets. Maybe you can download some more 3D furniture stuff on any website like 3D Warehouse, 3D Sky, etc. So you can get prepared for doing the next task. So this is why by using time effectively will help you increase in time management. Okay, so now number 6, set deadlines even for personal projects. Why this works? Without deadlines, tasks stretch endlessly. Even self-imposed deadlines create urgency and help you stay accountable. Action tip: if working solo, announce your deadline publicly on social media or to a friend to add accountability. For example, what I want you to do for number 6 is just start modeling if you're a beginner, obviously, you start modeling whether it's a house or apartment or office, etc. And I want you to record the time, how much it takes you to complete the modeling. Forget the render for now. So first let's do the modeling. So then we'll calculate how much it takes you to do the modeling. For example, if the modeling takes you around total of 7 hours, then you can calculate on how much modeling you need to do each day. Or maybe you can finish modeling in the whole day, you never know. And then you can use that time to set deadlines. That is why it is very important to first calculate how long your task will take before you set deadline. So you have realistic expectations, and when you get to meeting clients, you can calculate the cost of your services, which I've explained in the previous videos on how to price architectural services, 3D architectural visualization services on hourly basis. So that is why it is better to calculate first without deadline how long it takes you, and then you can set a deadline to complete the work, complete the task. And until you are confident that you can do it within the deadlines, then you can try to find clients that you do the work for them. I hope that this makes sense. And now number 7, the best one obviously, is reward yourself for progress. Why it works, your brain loves rewards. Associate progress with small rewards keeps you motivated and engaged. Action tip: after finishing a task, reward yourself with a coffee break, a walk, or a small gaming session. So obviously we are human beings, we need breaks, we need something to enjoy ourselves. When our brain craves for some dopamine, that spikes our endorphins, that want some rewards. So if you reward yourself for progress, you are more likely to do the work again. It keeps you motivated. And yes, even even a small comments from people saying that they love your renders, they love your they love your modeling and renders. Even that can be fulfilling. They really love my renders and my modeling, and they really can be fulfilling, and it shows that my method of modeling and rendering is working. So it is better to stick with that. Obviously, get some break, have some time for yourself, obviously, to keep it going. So yes, I hope that this makes sense today. I hope all of these 7 steps are useful on how to stop procrastination as a 3D architectural visualizer, sorry. And if you implement all these seven steps that I mentioned, you will not have to worry about procrastination ever again. This architectural visualization niche should be enjoyable. It shouldn't feel like work. So it should feel like enjoyable. So like I said again, if you implement these 7 steps, you will be successful in reducing procrastinating. So yes, I hope that this video is useful, and please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know in the comments what you would like to see in future videos. And if you do have any questions or anything, you can let me know on Instagram. and I'll be happy to answer the question that you need answering. So yeah, thank you very much for listening, and I will see you on the next video.